Hello. Wait, I made this public, didn't I? Edit. Yeah, I did. Okay. Hi. Okay. Oh, there are people here. All right. My counter thing isn't working. Oh my God, Aaron, shut up. Hi. How is everyone? So I'm doing this live stream tonight because I'm just going to do this live stream tonight. I uploaded a video earlier. Well, I did an unlisted live stream because I didn't want to upload. But I just did basically it was a recording of me commentating to a video. But for some reason, just the volume for the media source just stopped working halfway through my video. So you can't even hear what I'm commentating to. So I figured, fuck it, I'll just take it down. I'll do it. I'll actually do it live, whatever. So that's what I'm here doing, I guess. Hi, Renelle. Hi, Sally. All right, I'm just going to give this 1 minute. I'll be turning my camera on in a little bit. I just got home from work. I just want to fix my face and shit. It was really busy tonight at work. And our Halloween drink menu came out this week. So every time there's a new menu, there's always like new drinks on it. Like we don't just recycle drinks. Well, we do some, but not all of them. So the first few days it's always a transition because you have to get in the groove and know where all the I don't know, all the shit you need is, like the liquor, whatever kinds of liquor, the glasses you're using, the garnishments, if you're going to put like any salt or sugar around the room, etc. And there's always something like, I don't know, it's really cool when you can do a lot of things with a drink, but realistically, if you're trying to bartend in a hurry, you don't really want to have a black salted rim on a margarita with a syringe full of grenadine and a hand on it, that little plastic bone hand, and and dry ice. And this just, I don't know, that's a lot of prep time for a drink, but it does look cool. yeah, no, it wasn't you. So I'm just gonna do it over again. I'm gonna start from the beginning, whatever, and just take that out that one time because I don't want to have my commentary like split up between two videos. So let's do it all here. Hopefully I hit all the talking points that I hit in the first one because I was pleased with my talking points. Oh well. Hi Maya. Well, I'm just glad you're here listening. All right, so wait, sorry, I'm eating a piece of candy and it's very tart. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I don't know why I keep eating them. I just can't stop, but it's miserable. All right, so I'm going to start this from the beginning. This whole commentary, first of all, the person who I'm commentating on is a channel called Jack's Analysis. Now, I kind of stumbled upon his channel some time ago. I think I was searching EKC People Suck or whatever on YouTube. I was curious to see who was talking, saying what or whatever. And his one of his videos came up. And I thought about commentating on it then, but he had less than 100 subscribers. He still does. And don't get me wrong. I know my channel's not a big one by any means, but it's a little bit more than 50 to 75 subscribers. So I don't want to, I don't know, cause him any bullshit or whatever. So I left it alone, but I feel like he's begging for it though. I'm not trying to say, he's asking for it or anything like that. It's not even like that, but I really, really think he wants me to commentate about him, his videos, his point of view, whatever. So I'm just going to give him what he wants, you know? I mean, I know what it was like when I first started out on my channel and everything. And, you know, and yeah, I wanted people to talk about me. I still want people to talk about me. Like, you'll never hear me say, keep my name out of your mouth. No, I want you to put my name in your mouth more. Like, I want my name to be in your mouth, like, all the time. So, and that's why, like, whenever Cheshire and Manya stream about me, yeah, it's a bit frustrating because they're just so fucking full of shit. Oh my God. You know, and they are kind of harmful with their accusations. They really are. But ultimately, I'd rather be talked about than not talked about at all. So keep doing streams and clip channels about me and stuff, Manya and Cheshire. Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to start from the beginning here. When I did this earlier, I kind of went backwards. So I'm going to go the correct direction this time. This all started because of something Cheshire put up. Well, actually, no. This all started because of a clip with Cheshire. I think that's on my profile. Pretty sure I shared it. All right. No, cat, go away. Go away, cat. Go away. Yo, don't start stepping on my keyboard, you asshole. All right. I guess I didn't save the clip. Oh well. So, well, it's a clip of Cheshire stream from the other night where I really do need to show it because it's everything really right now. Where did I share it? Okay, no, it's in here. 1 second. Conversation information. Is that what I want? Why can't I search this? This is weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, media. All right, here we go. So I'm going to play this clip here. It's less than a minute long, but it's Cheshire running her mouth, and it just in a complete picture form. It just sets us up for where we're going tonight. Let me go ahead and share this now. Okay, so this is from her stream. It was like 3 nights ago, maybe, or so.
And purports, and somebody who also has a restraining order against this same lady told a story, or was talking about
so
how if you want to have sex with underage children or are interested in that, what you should do is go to a prostitute who looks underage. This same adult man, is friends with one of the other women who has drug abuse problems and who is a part of this group and who has a restraining order against her. He is friends with her 11 to 12-year-old daughter. This man has also allegedly been sending this woman money. What has he been sending her money in exchange for, I wonder?
Okay, so right there.
That Aaron defends.
Now, think about that for a second. Think about all the talking points she was sure to hit there. She said, okay, so this dude, he said this thing, okay? And now I've already discussed my opinions or whatever on what he said. Now, here's the thing, though. It's not like Wolf just came out and just, mid-conversation, whatever, said, you know what? I think that if people are attracted to this, whatever, young person kind of vibe, then they should just go find a sex worker who just looks young. No, that's not how it happened. They were talking about people like that. They're talking about like the crimes and just the all around subject matter of people like that. And he wasn't saying, this is what I think you should do. He was saying, if these are your choices, if your choices are to harm someone, then I think you should not do the harming of someone and do this alternative thing. That's how it was brought up. So Cheshire is saying that just because this dude said that he must be paying money to Megan as, you know, someone who's a drug dealer. He must be giving her money for drugs so he can have access to her daughter and exploit her. This is what Cheshire is saying. That's insane. That's fucking insane. Like, who thinks like that? Anyway. Now, yeah, we're just going to go to stream. Okay. Wait, is this one I'm on now? Yeah, okay. Let's go to this one. So we're going to head on over to Jack's analysis. And we're going to commentate. I'm going to commentate, whatever. You guys can come along and commentate with me. But I'm going to commentate on this video. Now, like I said, he's done several videos about me. I have a hard time being able to sit through them, though, because, I mean, and there's nothing against him. It's just, I don't know. I can't really sit through them. This one, though, it's a little slow starting, but then he moves along much better than in his other videos. And I think it's great that he's making these videos for Cheshire and for Katie Joy and stuff regarding me. And because he doesn't know me, he's never spoken to me, but I will absolutely extend an invitation to him should he want to come up on my stream. We can talk about this shit. We can talk about anything, really. But yeah, I think that whenever people talk, whenever people try or attempt or succeed in conversing about things, then it only helps us evolve. So why not? But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and share this now. And I'm going to have to share it the right way so I don't get the whole no volume thing like earlier. Okay. So here we have Jack's analysis. And this is titled A Rare Breaking of My Own Rules. But this prick needs to be called out. Now, he's talking about Wolf. But, I mean, I kind of think the stream could be accurately possibly classified as like bait and switch, because he says that this is about Wolf, but he talks about me an awful lot. And I feel bad for anyone who's wanted to watch this thinking he was going to talk about Wolf, because instead you get stuck hearing about me. And I know that sucks. It sucks. Anyway, let's move on.
Time of year, and for a lot of people, actually, all this bullshit of capitalizing on sales and all this.
He starts off bitching about Christmas, which I got to say, I'm actually in agreement with him on most of this.
So you get home and you want to do your thing, perhaps online. If you can hear birds chirping, it's actually one of the audios I use. It's called Blanket, and you have a thing settings on Blanket to what's it called? Waves, wind, storm, rain, stream, all these different sounds. There's quiet ambient background noise. I find it quite therapeutic. That's the idea behind it, therapy. I should use it more, especially this time of year.
I missed that the first time I did this. If you're going into a video and you need the therapeutic background noise of birds chirping and shit, you might want to reconsider how you spend your time on YouTube. And I get it. You may very well be correct even in thinking that you should be able to just come and go wherever the fuck you want and not have to hear shit like this. But you don't have that right. You don't. I mean, you don't have a right to silence other people from talking shit about you. I just don't think you do. Anyway, let's carry on.
So, talking about assholes out there, stressing people out, and who are dodgy, socially dysfunctional, and creepy, who associate with known stalkers of minors. And I said I wouldn't really bother with a video relating to the company, but this is an exception. It needs to be called out because I didn't know Black Wolf was quite this far gone, and I didn't necessarily know. I mean, Erin has been admitting that she does mushrooms, and she does, I think it was cocaine that she admitted to, and if I remember the chat. one time. I want to find that chat just to
Oh my God.
do it.
This is going to be a long stream already. Okay, so I want to commentate on that now to where you guys can hear me. I never said that I did coke. I said I've done it. Like, I spent the better part of my 20s shoving shit up my nose, but not since then. And my 20s were a little while ago. The shrooms, oh yeah, absolutely. But I microdose. And even that, you can't do it like every single day for an extended period of time because you build up a tolerance and it stops working, you know? So I'll do it for a month or so, take a month off, etc. Same thing with Adderall.
I tried it. You don't know what you're missing. That's something along those lines.
I never said that. I never said I never said in a stream to like the general audience, you all should try coke. You don't know what you're missing. Where the fuck have I said that? Come on now.
If it's still out there, I can back up what I've claimed. But if it's not, then maybe I just imagined it. Perhaps that's the thing with myself and many others. We admit error here and there, but what we don't do is color our.
You do, huh? Okay. I would like to know of 2 times where he's done this. Now, I don't mean where he's come out and said, yeah, I get things wrong sometimes, or, you know, I'm not always right. I mean, I want to know 2 specific times. It can be over something big or small. I don't care. I want to know 2 specific times where he came out and said, my bad. I was wrong. I stand corrected. But on a specific instance.
Targets with only what's true about ourselves without evidence. I try not to do that. You know, you may see somebody do something, whatever it might be, and think, oh, they're doing that because of this and that. And then you get to know them and you find out it was different. And it's some self-analysis thing. Oh, where it was accusatory, bad or good, you thought they were doing those things for those reasons that you thought of because it's what you would do. Self-analysis is important. Knowing yourself is crucial. And it sounds contradictory. You don't, when people...
Yes, okay. There is a difference, though, between knowing oneself and having an overwhelming... there's a difference between having an overwhelming sense of self and just being overly conceited and all about yourself. There's a very distinctive difference.
Have the ability to not know who they are. But, you know, the complexity of the human brain can do that via a escapism, a fantasy of superiority, a fantasy of, oh, this is fine. Socially dysfunctional people are like bees around a honeypot. When it comes to the internet, that doesn't mean everybody who uses the internet is socially dysfunctional, but it does tend to happen. Why? Because out there in person-to-person contact, people have had enough of them and won't put up with them. Some naive, stupid people who are naive and stupid enough, just like as dumb as they are, and are just as dysfunctional. Because misery likes company. And they try harder, like I said before, they try harder, not smarter, not better.
Okay, that's saying misery loves company. I think every strong human emotion likes company. Whether you're happy, sad, mad, depressed, whatever. You want to share this. You want someone to bear witness, or you just want someone to celebrate it with. I think just overall humans just love company. So, yeah.
Sure. And avoid any admittance of anything being wrong with them. You'll hear it over and over and over ad nauseum from them. It's never there for you.
That's crazy. I can't think of any time where I've just gone out of my way to avoid any admittance of something being wrong with me. Okay, here's the thing. I don't have my shit together. I really fucking don't. And for some reason, at least when I first came around this community, I quickly realized that a lot of people were under this impression where I really had my shit together. And I don't know how the fuck that happened. But like, I'm sure many of you have heard the phrase like white knuckling something, okay? And yeah, it's just like it's usually used for like when someone's talking about their sobriety, how they're going about being sober, and they go through their days like white knuckling it, you know. Well, with me, if you change the word sober or sobriety to sanity, that would be me. I'm white knuckling my sanity every day. I mean, I get through every day. Don't get me wrong. It's working, you know, at least for now. But I'm the furthest thing from together. So yeah.
It's always somebody else making them do these things, and they will use a lot of cognitive dissonance with certain
No,
behaviors.
that's crazy. You can rest assured that anything I'm doing, no matter how brilliant or how ridiculous, you can rest assured that the decision to do so was mine, was solely mine. No one convinced me, no one persuaded me or whatever. I make all my own stupid decisions just fine on my own. You can rest assured that that's my doing.
Thinking, oh, this is all right, it's acceptable, it's fine, right? Where the rest of the world is going, there's something quite dodgy about that. But because they're so removed from the general norms of society, the social norms, they don't get ingrained into that. They get ingrained to delusions, their own delusions, because they rather those delusions
What?
than go along with the usual norms because they're so habitually avoiding the fact that they are screwed up and they won't do anything about it. They rather fantasize that they're fine. And this becomes almost like a habit, an addiction, like a drug addiction to that idea. Some ideas,
What?
some people have ideas, some ideas have people. And there's a lot to be said about ideas that.
Is he saying that you can be addicted to ideas like drug addiction? Is that what he's saying? It's fascinating. Okay.
When people don't use enough self-analysis, the ideas own them. Without self-analysis, they're looking at maybe if I had no self-analysis, with very little self-awareness, and I was looking at corrupt people here and there, I'd be filling my head without checking myself, without saying, no, you don't want to do this or don't do that. So a program goes in, information goes in without self-analysis, and without checking where and how that information affects me
What?
and influences me, and then I become the very thing I started out to try and expose. This is where people become the very same thing they pretend to resist. And there's a very important clue there.
What?
Pretentiousness. Pretending to be something that they're not. And they spend mental effort, a lot of time on the pretentiousness without checking themselves. So without checking yourself, things fall apart. They fall apart because nobody's maintaining. You've got to maintain yourself.
What is he talking about?
People really have to realize that about accusations of others without evidence it's because of what that person would do.
There, right there. That line. This stream is going to largely surround itself and focus on that sentence right there. Now, catch what he said.
Nobody's maintaining. You've got to maintain yourself. You really have, people really have to realize that about accusations of others without evidence.
People have to really realize that accusations of others without evidence.
It's because of what that person would do.
It's because of what that person would do. In other words, if someone is accusing you of something without any evidence, they're only doing so because what they're accusing you of is something that they themselves are completely capable and likely doing. Now, there is some truth to this, I think, possibly, but to sit there and say that everyone who makes an accusation is only doing so because they themselves are guilty of said accusation, yeah, that's not going to fly. But I digress.
They blame and claim others doing a particular thing because it's what they would do. Not every time, But when there's absolutely no evidence to support their claim, it is, where else is it going to come from? If there's no evidence coming from outside into that person, it came from inside that person outward, because their worldview is colored that way. And they're saying, oh, you're doing this and that because that's what they're leaning towards or what they would do in that direction. So,
Okay.
stalkers of minors happened on the internet.
That's a hell of a segue, isn't it? Like, there was no segue. I'm being facetious, but yeah, just comes right out of that last sentence and just says, stalkers are on the internet.
And I wake up this morning. It's not morning now. I've got a headache, stress at work, and it's just, I despise Christmas.
Word.
Do it to the hell to despise it. It's what a bag of shit. The capitalism, the company had some training to how you should be doing this and that. The customers, we know it already, but it was like talking to us like a child. I muted the whole thing and get click, 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 click. When I was just went sped through it, it was like an online train thing. And it was like my middle finger salutes that. So I'm not going to say who I work for, because you'd be defamatory or what.
I can just picture him sitting in like an office at work or something, like in the back room, watching this video and just flipping off the TV. Like, what was the movie? It was Waiting, wasn't it? Was the movie Waiting? Yeah, where the new kid is in the back watching a video, but he's like he's dealing with some stress with this new job, and he just started making these weird fucked up faces at the TV. That I can see him doing that.
Whenever companies become a cult, people who are socially dysfunctional and cult-like, because they teach themselves that these things are socially normal when they're not. When you have individuals following other individuals who are stalking minors online,
Stop
and then
minors.
find that individual following that profile is a little bit questionable as well. So
Right
I
here.
woke up this morning, like I said, with, where is it? Let me scroll. A post. And where is it? Let me find this too, because I don't want to paraphrase what this person's saying. Because I didn't know Wolf, because I wasn't going to say anything about any of these letters. It's difficult not to when it gets this serious. And I didn't necessarily know that Wolf
How serious is it getting?
was kind of like this. I mean, of course, he's a backward, primitive, weak-minded, feeble idiot.
Backward, primitive, weak-minded, feeble idiot. That is what this man these are the words he used to describe Wolf just now. Huh. I got nothing against Jack. Like, I love the fact that I really do love the fact that he's talking about me in videos or whatever. And I kind of feel for him because, well, the only thing worse than like being Cheshire's friend, rather, has got to be being one of her beta boys. So, I feel for Jack here. But, it's the hypocrisy for me. I'm going to point that out shortly.
Who knows this and wants to fantasize that he's somehow some smart alpha pack leader, when he's too much of a pussy to go on camera and hashtag the actual usernames of people he's pointing at.
All right. Remember how he just called Wolf a feeble idiot, weak-minded, or whatever? I mean, I feel like someone who's going to go out to that extreme to insult someone's intelligence, I feel like that they should be able to find their words a little bit better and quicker than this. And I feel like they should end up with more than just a bunch of 2-syllable words at best. Just saying.
There's all these hashtags that aren't the username. I'll hashtag him directly and go on camera, but maybe he's not on camera because perhaps he has a criminal record.
What?
Maybe you see his face on the like predator list on some authority website. Maybe.
Predator list on some authority like website. Okay, so now the argument from like say Cheshire and probably her ilk is that when she shared that bit of info that I played at the very beginning of the stream here with her on video, that her argument is that when she shared this, if anyone's mind went toward something gross like a minor child being exploited, then that's on the person whose mind went there, not on anyone else. But obviously, we're not the only ones whose mind went there, because here is somebody else's mind right fucking there.
Just a theory. I mean, people are going to come to these theories and various personal opinions and conclusions because of the bag of shit that he seems to be pointing out to be, rather than anything that he fantasizes to be. And it's all a fantasy. Every time he's pointed out, he excessively does the spamming of these videos, the avatar, the wolf thing, and all that. And of course, the response was, "Oh no, we're just having fun." No.
What?
So Chesh pointed out.
So you have an issue with him using the avatar, the wolf thing, and all that? Are you what? Oh my god!
And again, there's absolutely no evidence to support an accusation against Chesh. Go and look for it, and you won't find it.
That may be very well true, but it's also just as true for Wolf. But yeah, here we are.
Sure, she's confident enough to fight her own battles anyway and say, "Don't find me a timestamp." She has more or less said that anyway. But yeah, don't make claims you can't back up. Is something I try to adhere to. And when I do make a claim, and I find, an absolute, and I claim it's an absolute fact rather than theory, or likely to be something, if I say it's a fact, and then find out I'm wrong, I'll be the first to put my hand up, sorry, I screwed up.
I want to know of two examples where he did this. Because see, here's the thing. I find that when people say this, listen, I can admit when I'm wrong, and anytime I'm proven wrong, I would easily admit it. I'm going to call bullshit, because for some reason a lot of people won't admit that they're wrong and just really don't want to, in a public setting like that. To where their loved ones, to where they're coming clean for their error. It seems like a lot of people just avoid this like it's death or something. And to me, that's crazy. But whatever.
These idiots don't. Again, because of this, it's weird, because you get this acknowledgement that they know at some level they're so dysfunctional. And they look within themselves briefly, very tertiary briefly, and see the mess they are. And they go, "Oh, I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to pretend to be this thing, and people are going to buy it and interact with it, and it's fine."
Everyone does that, though. Everyone fucking does that, especially in social media. Okay, now you may not present yourself as somebody totally different entirely, legitimately someone differently. No, maybe not that extreme, but I think we all kind of highlight the traits about ourselves that we like, and we try to just hide the traits about ourselves that we don't like. So yeah. I think everyone just puts on their best face. Often.
And this and that. And they get even more degraded or warped. And they say, "Oh, it's fine. I can do this and that." And it worse and worse and worse down the line. They, out of avoidance of fixing themselves, they normalize. They want to claim there's nothing wrong with them, so they normalize it. So I read Cheshire's post in the morning. Yeah, I never said anything about selling anything sexual in nature. They did. Let me be explicitly clear. Wolf follows a minor predator, Dr. Disrespect. When I saw that,
wait a minute.
My brain went, because it just got up in the morning. And
I think this is from... Okay. Okay, so I think this is the post he's reading. Either way, I'm gonna read it anyways. So this is a screenshot of Cheshire's post. Okay, it says, "Let me be explicitly clear. See image. These are facts. Asking what Wolf is getting from Megs in their fucked up relationship is a reasonable question that one should be asked. If you infer something sexual, that's your brain drawing a conclusion out of many, not me." Okay, Wolf follows known minor predator. Dr. Disrespect. Okay. Well, then apparently Cheshire thinks this holds the same opinion for about 4.5 million people. Listen, I don't know anything about Dr. Disrespect. He may be the biggest piece of shit in the world or whatever. But that doesn't mean that anyone and everyone who knows him is just as guilty. If that's the case, well, then I think we all know people who would be guilty. And like, just because you follow a YouTuber doesn't mean that you co-sign any fucked up behavior. It doesn't. It just means that there's something about the channel you like, and that's fine. You're allowed to do that. No one has a right, even with Dr. Disrespect. The ones who have a right to do this to Dr. Disrespect are the platform owners, who, like Google or whatever for YouTube, because it's their fucking platform. They have a right to do that. But shy of that, I mean, I don't know, shy of that, he's still there. Dr. Disrespect is still on these platforms. I think he just lost monetization or something, but he's still there. He's still there. So it's possible that even like some rumors or some things are exaggerated. I don't know the specifics of it. I really, really don't. But perhaps one should look for more of a connection between Wolf and Dr. Disrespect before one starts pushing said connection, my opinion. Okay. Is verbally abusive. Lies. Constantly accuses other people with no evidence of that with children. Constantly accuses other people with no evidence of being PDFs. Well, I don't know. Hangs out with and plays Fortnite with Meg's underage daughter. Okay, underage means that she's under 18, okay? And it's fucking Fortnite. It's Fortnite. It's Fortnite. Are you kidding me? Like, people of all ages play this fucking game. It doesn't mean that he's exploiting anyone's kid. I mean, anyway. Claims to have a friendship/relationship of some kind with her. Well, what kind is that? Because like having a friendship/relationship can mean any number of things. Why don't you explain what it is you mean by that? So, I don't know. So it can be addressed maybe. Speaks to her without supervision regularly. Bitch, how do you know? Are you in that home? Are you in the basement or wherever the video game shit is? Are you there? No, you're not. So knock it off. Wolf pays Meg's money regularly. Okay. Megs is a liar, is a drug addict. Says her daughter is mature for her age, is in and out of rehab. Well, that only becomes a problem when she stops being out of rehab. When she stops doing that. Because that's when shit might get dangerous. Doesn't go to rehab when she says she does, etc. What do you have a right to her itinerary? Like, are you supposed to be the one monitoring where she goes or something? Only allows people around her that benefit her in some way. Oh my God, Megs, what are you doing? Why are you only allowing people around you you can benefit from? Don't you know you're supposed to surround yourself with people who drag you down, who make you do things you don't want to do, who just kind of turn you into an overwhelming lazy piece of shit. If you're not hanging around with people to actively become that, well then we got a problem. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's crazy. So yeah, this is the thing that Jack is reading here. All right, let's do this. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So back to the stream.
Maybe my brain would do that regardless of just 10 in the morning. Dr. Witnesser, remember Dr. Witnesser? Is another perfect candidate. Creepy as fuck, going around Twitch to, I mean, maybe just meant Dr. Witnesser, but Dr. Disrespect is a bit dodgy as well. So, yeah, it's, both got Doctor in the name. Dr. Witnesser, I think he changed his username, was going around targeting and looking for kids who are playing Fortnite game on Twitch and getting in there 9 to 10, 12-year-olds, maybe younger, whatever, and throwing ideas about his interpretation of religious texts and Bible at them. He's also a young earth creationist, and trying to convert them, putting fear into them and saying, no, you're going to hell if you don't do this and that. It's something along those lines. Creepy fucker. It's not good.
Was I just talking mute again? I was, wasn't I? God damn it. Well, anyways, I was reading your comment there, Maya. She says, weird how hard it is to find out what the fuck disrespect did. If it was some huge proven claim, I would think it would be being reported everywhere online with receipts. I'm not excusing whatever Dr. Disrespect did. My goal or my point is I'm not going to believe anything about evidence. Yeah, and exactly that. Like because he's not removed from these platforms. He just lost monetization. And even that there's ground there, he's waiting to be able to appeal or some shit like that. So yeah. But this is the thing though too. Yeah, you can it's not easily found. I don't know why. I'd like to know why.
So let me look for something. Just briefly, I just want to look for something before I continue.
What?
Yeah. And Resect. Is that the same person? I know there was a. No, it's different.
Was he just singing Aretha Franklin?
That's right. Dr. Disrespect. Dodgy predator. Bizarre, right? Both have doctor in the name, like there's some kind of authority. These dysfunctions.
What? What? I see. I want to know who the fuck is mistaking either these two people for doctors. Please tell me who you are. And yeah, it's just weird.
Conventional people always seem to put something in their usernames that are so far removed from who they really are and claim to be truth seekers. And I pointed that out many times before. It's a big alarm bell for me. People claim to be truthers. Well, what does that even mean? Why do you have to boast about, oh, I'm an advocate of truth? Well, you should be by default anyway. But everyone lies anyway. So anyone who claims they never lie is a liar.
That right there too. Sorry. Tart again. I 100% agree with him there. I think everyone lies. Like, not necessarily huge lies, but for whatever reason, they will agree to a lie or they will create a lie to avoid some sort of uncomfortableness from the other person. So, yeah.
For instance, if I went into work and staff went, morning, you're right. I said, yeah, fine. That's a polite lie, perhaps, for social norms, because, yeah, maybe I'm not quite all right, but it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Mhm.
On the other hand, I could come in and go, got up a bit too late, had to rush around a bit, didn't have my phone with me. And you'd think, oh my God, I wish I hadn't asked now. Which is why people politely lie to be socially polite. So everyone lies. Anyone who tells you they don't is lying. Ironically, right? Anyone tells you they're sort of excessively boasted in a particular way is because they are not. That really needs, I keep repeating that a lot because I feel like people just don't get it.
So, okay. Oh, wait, I want to hear that again.
People politely lie to be socially polite. So everyone lies. Anyone who tells you they don't is lying. Ironically, right? Anyone tells you they're sort of excessively boasted in a particular way is because they are not. That really needs, I keep repeating that a lot because I feel like people just don't get it. Too many times. They get it. I'm sure a number of people get what I'm saying, but like, it really needs to be looked out for. So,
See, I think if someone strongly declares themselves not to be a certain way, I think it's very likely that they are a certain way. Yeah.
Wolf follows a known minor predator, Dr. Disrespect, who's a bit creepy, kind of like Dr. Witnesser doing his thing. Go and look at some of my videos, the Cheshire videos on Dr. Witnesser. The body language being pointed out. None of this, and doing this, is feeling somewhat competent to right now in this moment. Of course, this, yeah, a little bit stressed as well. I do have a headache, but I guess for me, that's a good self-analysis, doing that, even though I am still slightly a bit stressed today. At work,
If it wasn't for the closed captioning, I wanted to just sit here and say I would have fallen asleep. I would have, but I think I would have stuck something in my eye first. I don't know. Like, what exactly is his grievance with Chesh in this court report or whatever, besides the whole TRO thing? I mean, what is she worried about him doing in court? Like, this is crazy.
It's getting intense, and just all the pathetic nonsense we have to put up with on the build up to Christmas. My middle finger salutes it. I absolutely hate it with a passion. But you know, work is work. You've got priorities to do and earn your money and so on. So, follows a minor predator, Dr. Disrespect, as Wolf follows that person. Wolf is also verbally abusive. Blatantly lies, make up lies about Chesh. Constantly accuses other people with no evidence of sexualizing children. If they again.
No, see here's where I'm going to take issue. Because Cheshire absolutely sexualized Meg's child. Absolutely. Now, when talking about Wolf sending Meg's money and playing Fortnite with Meg's daughter, you notice how the first place their mind went was there must be some form of exploitation going on there. Now, Cheshire worded it and set it up the way she did, because that's exactly where her mind was going. And she wanted to show this map to everyone else listening. And she did. And a lot of people followed her map. But realistically speaking, though, that was Cheshire's doing. It was nobody else's. Now, okay, let me break it down this to you like this, okay? Hey, did you guys hear about let's say, I don't know. Did you guys hear about Joan Smith's house, how it burnt down? Yeah, it burned down. The whole thing is just gone. You know, they were smokers. Now, where's your mind going? Your mind is automatically going to, oh my God, did they burn their house down because they're smokers and their house is gone? Is that what happened? Is that how the fire started? Because I dropped that little fucking tidbit of information on you, and your mind can make connections. So, and Cheshire knows this. So when Cheshire says how, in the very beginning of that clip I played, Cheshire points out or shares what Wolf had said about the prostitute or whatever. And Cheshire has been running with that for days now to try to paint Wolf as negative or some shit. Well, my question is, why is that the first place that Cheshire's mind went? Because you have a man and a woman, and now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this is true. This isn't true. I do not believe this is true. But the people who don't know Meg and Wolf, their normal conclusion upon hearing that he plays Fortnite with her daughter and sends her money would be that perhaps he likes Meg. Perhaps they like each other. You know, it's not the case. I know that that's not the case. Don't put words in my mouth here. But why is it that the most obvious, the most likely conclusion right there in front of Cheshire's face gets ignored, and she jumps right on over to how, well, what the hell is he even giving her money for, in exchange for? To insinuate that the exchange involved her Meg's daughter. That's fucking twisted. Why would that be the first place, the first idea you went to? Like, why not just that they're on vacation and they have feelings for each other? Like, that's crazy.
This is crucial to understand. If a victim, a target, whatever you want to call them, is being accused of something when there's absolutely no evidence of it, it's because it's what the accuser would do. Just like Steve McRae when he blurted out, Cheshire is trying to blackmail me. When really, if you look at the idea of what a business agreement would end up being, it was him having ideas of blackmailing her. You can't do this, you can't do that. If you do, whatever. He's just, what a bag of shit he turned out to be, right? And certainly also blurting out, Manya's committing fraud, chargeback fraud, when he put out, at the same time, putting out receipt that looked really fraudulent.
Well, how did the receipt look fraudulent? How so? Is this an opinion? Did you compare it to another receipt? And what were the differences, if so? What led you to that conclusion? Don't just say it just looked like it was fraudulent. Show us what looked fraudulent.
Yeah. Why was he accusing? It's because it's what he was doing. Blackmailing, attempting to, and committing fraud. There was no evidence of it.
Did he say it was like mating? Is that what I heard? That's gross if I did.
So where did it come from? It came from not outside to in him, but from inside him outwards. Kyle taught him well, right? I guess. You wonder what went on there. A con artist tried to con a con artist that tried to employ a great artist, who then later tried to con that great artist, right? Yeah. Interesting turn of events. Certainly constantly accuses people of this thing, constantly accuses people with no evidence of being PDF file, play on words, you know what I'm saying. Hangs out with and plays fortnight with a Megs is woman as part of the company. I wasn't going to do a video, but this needs to be called out. Underage daughter. So again, a adult hanging out with someone's daughter.
How to say you've never played Fortnite before without saying you never played Fortnite before? Like, oh my god, it's the one like first person or multiplayer shooter game or whatever where younger people are encouraged to play, and others should take note of that or whatever. Like, I don't know, and I don't know. All right, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Oh shit! Oh no! 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 Damn it! I just hit a button. I didn't mean to. All right, let me go back.
Fortnight with a Megs is woman as part of the company. I wasn't going to do a video, but this needs to be called out. Underage daughter. So again, a adult hanging out with someone's daughter playing Fortnite, underage minor playing Fortnite, claims to have a friendship / relationship of some kind with this daughter. Megs admittedly speaks, doesn't Wolf speaks to this daughter of Meg's without supervision. Wolf pays Meg money regularly. These are things that have been shared through the internet, and how these idiots respond to something like this is very telling. But also, if you don't want people to comment on something through the internet, then just don't put it out there, right? For everyone to see.
Wait, okay. Sure, I can understand what he's saying there. But the thing is, though, is that y'all weren't just like simply commentating on something Wolf said. You were accusing him of paying Meg for access to her daughter for him to exploit. You weren't just simply commentating. Let's be real here. You have to learn to be honest with yourself, okay? So don't sit here and try to sugarcoat shit you're doing and try to blow smoke up our ass, because our asses, there's no smoking, okay? We know exactly what you're doing. Oh, except for mine. My ass is always smoking, just saying.
Say you're doing this, say you're doing that. Meg's clearly a liar, a drug addict apparently by her own admission, and says her daughter is mature for her age. Why would you say that through the internet if you're especially?
Well, I'm not sure what the context was or whatever for that. I'm not sure how it was even stated or said or worded, but I do think it is more common, though, to hear nowadays the statement of they're such an old soul rather than they're mature for their age. But still, context is everything. It's everything.
Actually, if you're involved in a known verbally abusive adult who wants to play this game, Fortnite, with the daughter, if you're a mother, why would you? And then you just say, "Oh, it's all right. They're mature anyway." Granted, at 14, I got on better with people who are 10 years older than me.
What?
And but that doesn't mean, because I even knew that you got to watch who you talk to. My mother never would come out and blurt out, "Oh, he's very mature for his age," in front of adults over the internet. Certainly, we didn't have the internet then, but she wouldn't say that in public either.
Well,
this is alarm bell, so let me read through this again. Number one, Wolf known.
First of all, we're not talking she wasn't talking about her 6-year-old daughter and saying that about her. She was talking about her 13-year-old daughter. So I think that makes a big difference too.
Follows a known predator, not to disrespect, stalking minors, at least virgin on stalking, verbally abusive, lies, constantly accuses people with no evidence of sexualizing children. He also constantly accuses people of being racist here and there because perhaps it's what he would do. Constantly accuses other people with
What?
no evidence of being using children. He also constantly accuses people of being racist here and there, sexualizing children. He also constantly accuses people of being racist here and there because perhaps it's what he would do. Constantly
Oh my
accuses
god.
other people.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? I know he knows that Wolf is a black man, right? He just said that Wolf like wrongly accuses people of being racist, but perhaps that is what he would do. Like pulling from the sentence that I caught in the beginning here of his stream here, the one that says that the things that people accuse you of are the things that your accusers are more likely to do themselves. So he's saying that the only reason why Wolf is calling people racist is because Wolf himself is racist, a black man, that he himself is racist. Now, I get it. Yeah, and I agree that all humans can be racist. All humans. They hold that potential, and some just let loose with it. I'm sure. Sure they do. I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry. It is late. I am a little sleepy, but I want to wrap this up.
People with no evidence of being PDF files. Hangs out with.
Oh, this is what I was saying. Okay. So now anyone can be racist. I'm fully believe that. However, in today's current societal playground, if you will, I think that there's still a great power imbalance between people of color and white people. So therefore, I think it's very difficult for a white person to fall victim to racism. I just want to point that out. But according to him, Wolf, a black man, is only pointing the finger at other people calling them racist because Wolf himself is racist. What the fuck?
And plays Fortnite with Meg. Meg is a mother of a underage daughter who's also a drug addict. So constantly, seems to hang out, plays Fortnite with Meg's underage daughter, claims to have a friendship or relationship of some kind with her, speaks to her without supervision regularly. Wolf pays money regularly. Then what's Wolf getting? In return for that money? Is it drug money? Don't know. What's likely? Or if they're this way, I think maybe drug money, maybe some can't say it, narcotics. Maybe something worse. Megs is a liar, a drug addict, says her daughter is mature for her age. Not a good thing to say to people like Wolf over the internet who follow profiles of people who are known predators of children. It's not a good thing to say over the internet anyway. Is in and out of rehab. Megs is in and out of rehab. Doesn't go to rehab when she says she does, etc. Only allows people around her that benefit her in some way. A few conclusions can be drawn from these facts. Asking what he's getting in return for that money is a reasonable question and to ask, and I think should be asked. This is quoting Cheshire. Asking implies nothing. Their responses do. Yes, their response, how they responded to just asking, is extremely telling. So it's in that direction already, and you didn't really claim anything, and then they respond in a very vitriolic way. The way they have responded is very telling, and just go and look on the.
I can't stand this. I think I'm just too fucking tired to stream right now. But anyways, I was saying, let me go back here.
They respond. So it's in that is extremely. Skin implies nothing, and is a reasonable question and to ask, and I think should be asked. This is quoting Cheshire. Asking implies nothing. Their responses do. Yes, their response, how they responded to just asking, is extremely telling.
All right. He says asking implies nothing. Really? Okay. So back to my burnt house down comparison here. If I say, yeah, did you hear about how their house burnt down? Oh my God, I know. But they always had to eat or make their pizza in an oven that was set for 50 degrees too high. Okay, I now told you I'm insinuating a reason or cause for the fire, and that that cause was that they didn't know proper usage of their oven. Whether or not it's true, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about it as though this is the natural conclusion of things because they did this thing. So, and it's the same thing it's the same thing here.
So it's in that direction already, and you didn't really claim anything, and then they respond in a very vitriolic way. The way they have responded is very telling, and just go and look on the interwebs, the social platforms, if you know who these people are, and just have a look around, and you'll see.
All right. I thought you said something else there, but if Cheshire and them, if they were just simply wanting to know, if they were just genuinely curious about the alleged friendship between Wolf and Meg's daughter, and they innocently looked at this relationship, then they would not be already fixated on this disgusting thing that must be bringing them together or whatever. Kind of like when they talk about this and they make it known by dropping hints where their mind is going. If they were truly biased about the whole thing and they just wanted to know like what makes them want to be friends, like Wolf and Meg's daughter, then they would be just as open and suspicious of a different cause or reason for said friendship. But they're not.
How they responded. I'll hashtag you again underneath this video, Wolf, to see how much you respond. Or perhaps you won't respond. Or you just hide behind your avatar and put all those hashtags down that don't really address any username out there because you're a pussy? Or is it because you are a convicted criminal of following some minors? You don't want to put yourself on camera because maybe you're already being looked at or watched for by authorities anyway.
What the fuck? But anyone who comes to the conclusion that these questions that need to be asked by you in Cheshire or whatever, anyone who disgustingly comes to the conclusion of something inappropriate Well, that's their doing. That's their own mind doing it, nothing else. But here you are saying that maybe the reason why you don't show your face on camera is because you're already on a registry somewhere, and people are already watching you for these crimes. Like, what the fuck is you? Oh my god! Like, dude, I'm guessing that Jack doesn't have any kids either, because if I genuinely thought or believed that somebody was this type of person, I wouldn't even want them to know that I am a mother, let alone that I have kids. You know what I mean? So, but that's not the case here. Okay. What the fuck?
I don't know if that's true, but this is how people end up talking.
Oh, I don't know if that's true, but you just said it. Like, it sounded like you were stating that shit as a fact. Yeah. Yeah.
If you end up being very sus, right? So let's have a look. Twitter, X.com, whatever. Elon Musk, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah. Well, basically, Chesh quoted her own tweet there for convenience, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it was strictly and totally because of convenience. It wasn't at all because of something else, like narcissism. But okay.
Yeah. I log in. I haven't logged in for ages. I went to Blue Sky for a lot of things. I haven't logged in Blue Sky for a while, actually, either. But Blue Sky's server activity is pretty busy. As RNGD pointed out, it's just holy shit. Blue Sky is like,
yeah,
they're going to need to add more servers to cope with all that traffic. It's like, wow, their servers must be getting really hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they got enough money to continue this.
What?
So, sign in with Google. All right. Yeah, signed in. And let me look at that. Might not be anything to see, but just check in though. Recheck that tweet. If there's anything extra on that Chesh is like she's quoted her own thing. If there is no other, this is her additional reply, like add a thing on to her post. If there is any other conclusion that you think is reasonable, or you think that the most reasonable conclusion is something sexual, then make that argument. Well, that's your opinion. Don't project it onto me. And
oh my god. People are only talking about what's already been projected onto them by Cheshire. Unbelievable.
shoot the messenger when there's clearly an issue here. I guarantee if Chesh invited Wolf to go on live to talk about this, he'd be a pussy and hide away from it. And sure, if he feels that bad about people making these conclusions, you think he'd want to clear his name, right?
I don't know.
And explain himself why.
How's he going to clear his name? First of all, you guys aren't even making any accusations, right? That's what you just said. You said that you were not making accusations about him. You were just asking questions that needed to be asked. If anyone else's mind went there, well, then that was their fucking fault. So what is he supposed to clear his name up of if nobody's muddying his name according to you? Unless you do absolutely fully realize and agree that simply talking about him like this is absolutely dragging his fucking name, no matter how hard you want to pretend that it's not.
There's why it looks this way, and perhaps it isn't, or whatever. Yeah. And yeah, unveiling the mask points out a good thing. Constantly threatens bodily harm, mostly to women. Yeah. Wolf would not survive one day in some public bars in the UK. He would find out that he suddenly.
Dude, you realize that Wolf used to fight MMA, right? Now, I'm not saying that Wolf would go about through these towns over in the UK and just beat the fuck out of everyone there. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that I'm betting that he beat the fuck out of a lot of people there. Maybe even along with the Mardi Gras people, but whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of nuts.
They got some aerodynamic skill being launched out of a public bar, especially if he physically threatened anybody, woman or man, in some of those bars. Vincent, I'm not proud of it. I don't regret it either. It's part of my past. Quite a this asshole of video that I really shouldn't not willing to share, but thoughts arrive of some rough places. But this is the thing with the internet. No one's there to check out these individuals and watch what they're doing. And children playing with each other in person and being present with parents, a group, if you will. Parents will watch each other and say, "Oh, your child just ran off," think, "Oh, thank you," or whatever. Just moved away, and everyone help each other, like parents. But there are too many.
Dude, the scenario that you just described with the group of parents and all of them watching everyone's kids, and if one takes off them and one of the other parents is closest, then they get involved. That's a type of scenario that would involve like 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9-year-olds. But Meg's daughter is a teenager. I think she's a teenager. If not, she's pretty damn close. So not the same thing. And regardless of which scenario may or may not become true, we know, no, not even that. So like, I don't know. Let's just say for argument's sake, let's say her daughter's 12. Did anyone here ever have, I'm sure if you have kids, you may have had a 12-year-old, male or female. Have you ever dropped them off at a movie with friends? Now, while they were there at said movie with friends, do you think it's possible that some creepy guy came up to one of the girls and tried talking to them and maybe even getting a little too close for comfort? And what happened? Most likely and hopefully the two girls told the guy to get the fuck out of there. And maybe they even told someone at the theater, okay? That's because 12-year-olds are a little bit older and can spot this. And they can still be manipulated and shit, don't get me wrong. But they're not 6-year-olds running around who don't know that if they run into the road, they could get hit, okay? So that's why you have the parents involved in watching them or whatever. It's not the same situation, though, as having an older child. And perhaps that may have been what Megan was referring to when she said that her daughter was mature for her age or something. Maybe she was just trying to say, like, my kid's not fucking 6 years old anymore, okay? Maybe.
Parents out there are so backward in their worldview. They don't understand how dangerous the internet is. So it comes home from school. Mom, can I go online? Not to you. They might think they're being a really good parent if they say, "Oh, not to tidy your room." And they may even help the child tidy their room and go and have something to eat. And then.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Go tidy your room. What the fuck?
Okay, all that's done. You can go online and play now. Yay. They go online.
You can go online and play now. That's like, okay.
And they're not being guided, parented, or whatever. And along comes assholes like Dr. Disrespect, Dr. Witnesser, Wolf, who follows.
Wolf. Okay. You've already assigned these same activities and behaviors to Wolf because of him following a huge YouTube channel. Wow. If that's the case, I wonder all the things that you're guilty of. Let's look at your follow list. Let's see who you follow. Because whatever it is they've done or they're doing in life, well, you must support it, right? It's not any different.
Dr. Disrespect, who is a known harasser, a minor predator, right?
A minor predator.
Just because, like, even worse, actually, web pages that claim to be safe for minors here and there, they'd probably be an alarm bell because they're claiming to be a particular way, but this is the internet. Don't you think that predators would love to hide behind the radar, slip underneath the radar? This is how they end up to how do you think they end up being predators and getting away with it to some degree in the first place? Too many victims of predators out there end up being duped. I had no idea that it could happen. Nobody wants to think, oh, it could happen to them. No parent wants to think, oh, that could happen to their
Oh,
child.
okay. So you're saying that Wolf has duped Meg, that he's successfully grooming them. Is that what you're saying? Think about why it is you're saying that too. Your excuse, your reasoning for this conclusion that you're stating is simply because Wolf said something about hire a prostitute if you are this way. This is what you're basing it all on. That, and he sends Meg money. Who content creators get sent money oftentimes by people who view them. It doesn't mean that everyone, all of them are selling their kids. What the fuck?
And of course, where do you draw the line as they grow up year by year? Maybe they're given a mobile phone so you can stay in touch with them as a parent while they're at school. Are they okay? The kids are getting phones, bullies at school, being text them as they get out of school, we're going to beat you up, and dysfunctional people. All of this needs to be somewhat in check. The digital media out there is dangerous. The day we started using digital media for so-called social platforms, because then people started exposing things about themselves that they were perhaps thinking other people around them in person weren't too interested about. Oh no, I go online, I'll see you can. But why were they not interested? Because they found it a bit creepy. And rather than admit why it's a bit creepy, they just do this
What?
so-called thing, social. Why it's a bit creepy. Interested a bit, perhaps, because then people started exposing things about themselves that they were perhaps thinking other people around them in person weren't too interested about. Oh no, I go online, I'll see you can. But why were they not interested? Because they found it a bit creepy.
What the fuck you? Oh, I can't
And
follow
rather than
this.
admit why it's a bit creepy, they just do this so-called thing, so-called social thing via the internet and continue in the direction of being creepy.
I just want to point out here, his entire argument is speculative. He's doing nothing but speculating. And whatever his mind chooses to speculate is his evidence for what he's saying. Like, how do you even do that? It's pretty impressive, honestly. I'll be honest. Like, it's not an impressive argument. It's just impressive how he can fucking do that. It's like he's arguing with his own imagination, but nobody else is subscribing to what his imagination is creating but him. So it's like almost like he's arguing with himself. Or he's imagining arguing with himself. I'm not sure.
And dysfunctional and wanting to normalize it because it's never their fault, right? And years and years and years down the line of practice, habitual, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm amazing. And they bury their head in the fantasy of superiority and fantasies of everything's.
Oh, sweetheart. Your head has been buried so fucking deep that, oh wait, I don't know where you live. I was going to say it's probably about to pop out in China, but that only works if you live in the United States, really. I'm thinking you live somewhere else. So England, maybe? So your head's buried so deep that, It's about to pop out in southern Russia. I don't know, but dude, seriously, oh, because your head is buried so fucking deep into this fantasy of things, and into this image of, in this rating system of superiority for those that you are talking about. No one is comparing themselves in that way, really. I mean, we all compare ourselves to one another. As a woman, I know women do. That's for damn sure. I'm sure men do too. But not in your terms of superiority. So you should know that when you're playing this game in your head regarding superiority, you're the only one who's playing. So
Fine about them, they're really cool and all this, because they're not. They are trying to run away from themselves. As I said, Erin's Nightmare Part 2, rather than just a weird, funny music track, is on point. You take away her fakery, her fantasies of faking it.
what
And
is he talking about?
illusion that she is that fake thing is just as I said, Erin's Nightmare.
It sounded like he said Aaron, right? I just want to be sure before I invest much into this.
Part 2, rather than just a weird, funny music track, is on point. You take away her fakery, her fantasies of faking it, and
Oh, honey, no, I don't fantasize about faking it. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Who fantasizes about faking it? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, like you're fantasizing wrong if you're fantasizing about faking it. Like, for real.
self-delusion that she is that fake thing. What she thinks is what she wants to think is her fakery, as opposed to other people seeing her fakery and how they interpret that fakery. The two interpretations.
What exactly is fakery, though? Like I feel like we need to establish this before this discussion continues, because I don't know what he means by fakery. Like, because some things just can't be faked.
Are extremely different. But the fake hair extension, the plaster on the makeup on, plaster.
Plaster.
Out there,
Plaster makeup on? Really? Plaster. I take offense to that because I don't wear any face makeup at all. I don't wear any foundation. I don't wear any bronzer or any highlighter or contour or whatever, or concealer. I don't wear, well, if I have a pimple, I'll may put on some concealer right over that pimple, but that's it. So I take offense to that. My face is so far away from plaster that it's an open air room. Okay.
just keep going on with face filter.
All right, I do.
Sensitive makeup, hair extensions.
Wait a minute. So is that what bothers him so much? Is the face filter? Dude, okay. I did this earlier in the stream too. I'll do it again now. So I'm gonna put the camera on real quick. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, I do have my extension, whatever. And I did actually finish my makeup. I just forgot about it. So the face filter, though. The face filter seems to bother him because I think I've heard him talk about this face filter before. I'm going to take the filter off just for a minute, though, because like we've established, I am vain, okay? You really just need to know your strengths and your weaknesses so you know what you're working with. And my vanity can be a weakness, I admit. Whatever, I can work with it. So, but here, if this makes you feel better. This is me without the filter. I don't think I look that much different, though I do look a lot younger, I think, or a lot younger with the filter. So yeah, this is me without the filter. How fake am I with it, really? What am I faking? Am my words, is my experience in life being faked? Is my ability to relate, is that faked because of a face filter? Like, you need to let go of these fake things that you take issue with, because I don't even think that they're really an issue for you. I just think that you know that you can't compare in the ways that matter. So you're going to try and tear people down in the ways that don't matter. And a face filter does not fucking matter. Anyway. Okay. Now I feel better. It's back on.
Internet opportunity to try to look like some kind of investigator, super sleuth thing, doing some moral, altruistic thing that none of it's true.
What?
Doing some,
He can.
try to
Is he
hair
talking about me?
extension, face filter, excessive makeup, hair extensions, internet opportunity to try to look like some kind of investigator, super sleuth thing.
When the fuck, if I ever said I wanted to, I did. I hoped to look like some sort of investigator, super sleuth thing. What are you talking about? Like, okay, first of all, if I want to be known for being like some sort of investigator, super sleuth, it's not going to be my hair extensions that help me get known like that. In fact, the extensions might be to my detriment in that manner. No, it would be my ability to investigate in a super sleuth way. I don't need hair extensions for that. I don't need a filter for that. I just need me for that. And I'm here, I'm real, I'm not a fake person. So why do you have it in your mind that I am aiming, or is it that you said it before, that when people accuse someone of things, it's only because it's what they themselves can see themselves doing. So are you out here trying to look like some investigator, super sleuth thing, and so therefore you just think I am too? Huh? I think you are. I think you want to be Nancy Drew. I do. And I'm sorry if you feel as though I'm stealing your thunder in that regard. But you can have it back. It's okay. You can have it. I don't really care. I just don't care.
Doing some moral, altruistic thing.
Moral, altruistic thing. What do you talk? When have I done that? When the fuck have I done that? Like, ever have I done that?
None of it's true. It's all fake. But she thinks you can fake it till she makes it. And she thinks
fake it till you make it. I use it in two different contexts. Like if I'm kind of down in the dumps, and I don't mean like clinically depressed or any shit like that. Don't think I'm talking that. If you feel like you're that kind of depressed, I can't help you. So don't listen to anything I say. Go talk to your doctor. I'm just saying, like, if I'm having a hard time getting started that day, getting motivated, getting inspired, well, you make a choice to just fucking fake it, to put on the attitude of someone who has all the things that they need to go out and do this thing, even though you don't feel like you do. You fake it till you make it in that regard. Or I've also used it in the context of like, of trying to obtain a goal, rather than keep reminding myself how I'm not quite at that goal, and just because I keep telling myself I'm not quite there yet, I'm going to probably have a much harder time and a longer time getting there, because I'm always negatively reinforcing myself, basically. So instead, act as though, have the personality, the attitude of someone who is at that goal. Because if you do that, then it's going to motivate you to work even faster and harder to get at that goal even sooner. That's what fake it till you make it means. It doesn't mean lie your ass off and trick people into thinking you're somebody you're not.
you can fake and gaslight a court of law. How dumb do you want to get? But
How do you gaslight a court of law? How? What court of law did I gaslight? I want to know. They may want to know too. No, seriously though. Okay, I'm gonna kind of quote Legally Blonde, although I think Legally Blonde quote Aristotle or whoever the fuck it was. But in that movie, Legally Blonde, the professor, right off the bat in law school, whatever, says, law is reason free of passion or something like that. I forget what the line was. But in other words, saying that law is thinking reasonably, rationally, trying to come to a conclusion without getting emotional about it, is what they're saying. So if by definition, pretty much a court keeps the emotion out of it, how the fuck do you gaslight a court? How do you gaslight without emotionally manipulating someone or something? So how the fuck do you gaslight a court? You don't. You fucking don't. I don't even know what that would mean, to gaslight a court. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Take away, like I said, take away the internet. Take away the hair extensions. Take away the bullshit stories.
Bullshit stories? I may exaggerate a little bit of things just for like a comedic effect or a dramatic effect or whatever, but they're not bullshit. Like, I don't just make shit up out of thin air, like bullshit stories. What does that even mean exactly? Bullshit stories. I don't know what that means.
Take all the fake away and sit her in front of the mirror. Here you go, Erin. This is who you really are. And do the same with Wolf. They will
I look at myself in the mirror every fucking day. We've established that I'm a fucking vain person. I look at myself in the mirror oftentimes every day. I'm pretty familiar with myself. So, yeah.
Absolutely hate it. Because they hate themselves. Why they keep pretending to be something they're not. Something has to be addressed with the psychology of people who are this dysfunctional using the internet. Not enough is being done.
Who are this dysfunctional? Okay, I can't speak for anyone else because only they can speak for themselves and whether or not they're functional. But I hold a full-time job tending bar, which means I spend the majority of my time as a bartender talking to people in social settings. I've raised 3 kids, not by myself, but I had help, but I contributed to raising 3 kids to adulthood, and they're all still in one piece. Like that still amazes me at times to this day. I have pets. I'm not dysfunctional. Like, I'm able to function. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Damn it. Why do I keep hitting buttons?
To keep things in check on platforms. And it's unfortunate. There's always the case of a few bad apples spoil the whole bowl of fruit. They spoil the whole game for us. Saner people.
Damn it. Okay.
Right? Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's a great point. If there is no other conclusion that you think is reasonable, or you think that the most reasonable conclusion is something sexual, then make that argument, or that's your opinion. Don't project it onto me, is what Cheshire said, and shoot the messenger. Chesh is out of
Wait, what?
concern. She's concerned about people being victims of a individual who follows a minor predator. Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, I still got my camera on. Oh, fuck it. I'll leave it on. All right, what did I miss here, though?
Don't project it onto me, or that's your opinion. Well, then make that argument. I think that the most reasonable conclusion is something sexual, then make that argument, or that's your opinion. Don't project it onto me.
Okay. I would think that the most reasonable conclusion regarding the relationships, whatever friendships between Meg Wolf and her daughter and I'm not saying this is the case, okay? I don't believe it is, but if I didn't know them and I saw these two content creators being friendly, and he even the gentleman even playing Fortnite with the daughter, I would think that he's trying to impress the mother. That would be my logical conclusion. Okay, if I didn't know them and I saw this, that would be where my mind went to first, and probably only went to. Certainly, that's where my mind would go long before it were to land on something like he's giving her money to buy drugs so he can have access to the daughter. But that's not the case for you guys. You guys, the first place your guys' head went was sex trafficking, basically. I guess you guys have that in common with Katie Joy.
Is what Cheshire said, and shoot the messenger. Chesh is out of.
But okay, Cheshire's in the messenger. Okay, no. Shoot the messenger means that the messenger is an innocent party and not a party in the discussion, and is completely innocent regarding this discussion. The messenger is employed by one side to take the message over to the other side. That's the messenger's complete and total involvement in whatever's going on. Cheshire is enacting herself to be the messenger while putting forth her message. So she's not just the messenger, but she's also the scriptwriter. Okay? So if you're going to shoot someone for having a shit idea or a shit message, it's going to be the person who created the message. That would be Cheshire. That would not be the messenger. That would be Cheshire, not as the messenger, but as the person who came up with the message. So yeah, you should probably consider that before you start whining about don't shoot the messenger. How about you just be a fucking messenger first, okay?
She's concerned about people being victims of a individual who follows a minor predator. Dr. Disrespect.
Oh my God. So then she's concerned about all the people who could fall victim to the 4.5 million followers he has. Is that it? Oh boy. She's not going to have much free time then.
He's verbally abusive, clearly lies, constantly accuses other people with no evidence of sexualizing children.
In this stream, you referred to Wolf as primitive, I think. Was it moron, maybe? Feeble, weak, feeble. So yeah. How's that not abusive? And I'm not saying, listen, Wolf can absolutely take care of himself. Wolf has a very effective mouth when defending himself or for arguing with people. So he doesn't need anyone's help, least of all mine. Okay, so I'm not giving him any help here, but I find it to be incredibly hypocritical to be sitting there saying how or being tired and wanting to go to bed or something, for example, or whatever. But where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought there. I don't know.
Constantly accuse other people with no evidence of being PDF files, hangs out with and plays.
Wait, you think that stemmed from Wolf? Nah, fam. That, from my recollection, that should stem from Alice, directed at Wolf. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. So, yeah.
Fortnite with Meg's underage daughter. Meg's a drug addict.
If you take issue with people playing Fortnite with other people underage, then you should pretty much just try to ban the game from every household. Fucking hell. Oh my God.
Claims to have friendship / relationship with Meg's daughter. Speaks to her without supervision regularly, this daughter. Wolf also pays, makes money. So with all that out there, and these people put that out there on the internet, don't expect people to question it. If you don't expect it to be questioned, then don't put it out there. But also, you don't expect it to be questioned. That's raising an alarm bell already anyway. And the way they responded to being questioned is very, very telling. There's something wrong here. And I'll just end with Wolf. Fuck you. Pathetic. You know, you really are so pathetic. And again, I'll hashtag your username right underneath this video. Not scared, but on camera, talking about what a bag of shit you are and how sussy you are.
I'm curious though. If you had Wolf sitting right in front of your face with nobody else around, to help you, should something. Okay, because I find that if I'm alone with someone, I'm less likely to run my mouth. But if I got my peeps around me, I may run my mouth. So if you were alone and Wolf was right in front of you, would you still say these things to him, to his face? Now, if the answer is no, which I'm pretty sure it is, that doesn't make you a pussy. Just, well, exactly. But it sure as hell doesn't make you a pussy either. Just saying.
All right. You don't see me obsessed with fantasies of being like an alpha leader, pack leader, or an imaginary.
But you are. You've taken the easy way out. You're not trying to be the alpha. You're not ready or willing or able to challenge the alphas. Instead, you're trying to undermine being an alpha by demeaning the alphas and talking shit about being an alpha, basically. You're trying to undermine them by just insulting the very desire to be an alpha. I don't know. That just seems like the lazy way to do it.
Wolf pack.
Wait a minute, what?
But imagine fantasies of being like an alpha leader, pack leader, or an imaginary wolf pack.
Okay. He's got a point there. Well, he does. It just, I don't know. I feel like this is the weak way out for you too, Wolf. I feel like this is the pussy way out. Just bring about a real fucking wolf pack. Never mind this imaginary one. Don't be an imaginary wolf. Just be the fucking wolf, man. Turn into a wolf. Pussy.
Black wolves, by the way, are a crossbreed.
What?
Means, by the way. Black wolves, by the way, are
black wolves. He said, okay.
A crossbreed.
Crossbreed
means a wolf bred with a dog.
Are you fucking kidding me? So you're you're pointing out that Wolf has aligned himself with a half-breed, not even a real fucking purebred, but a fucking half-breed of wolf that's even mated with a fucking dog. Do you not see the metaphor you did there? I mean, I don't think you meant to, but yeah, you kind of did still. And it's, if you did it for the purpose of showing how fucked up it shit is, dude, I would think you'd be like the fucking most awesome person, but you're not. You're doing it from a place to show how fucked up it is to be thorough and complete. It's crazy.
In your case, it's probably not even anything close to a wolf. A little chihuahua who just won't stop barking. Fuck you. Basically. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Did he just say cheers? Motherfucker. All right, we're going to wrap this up here with reading this other tweet. It's a response tweet in response to Cheshire's Cheshire's list there regarding Wolf and Megan, whoever else. So I'm gonna have it over here. Yep, okay. Okay. So we all saw the list of facts regarding Wolf, right? Well, doesn't matter if they're facts or not. We can pretend that they are just the same. And we're going to do the here with Cheshire, Victoria Klein. 1, she lost her kids to her 3 baby daddies. 2, notorious in her hometown of being a prostitute. Like, I knew it. When I said that PR shit and the way they jumped on prostitute or prostitution ring, whatever the fuck it was, I knew that something had to be up. Like, they were protecting their secret, their guilt, I think. But I won in the end. Runs underground Star Wars prostitution ring. I want to join that so bad. Has no life, no integrity, and still lives in her mother's basement. Yeah. Lost every boyfriend due to whoring around. I'm not really buying that. Bullies and harasses people. She's very racist and shames cancer patients, number 7. Number 8 says abuses her pets. Yeah, it's just all the same claims being repeated. Only I gotta stop eating the yellow ones. Oh my god. So now, what was I gonna say? I forgot. She's notorious for lying, defaming, and harming others. Yeah. Married to Unirock, aka her brother. Now, see, here's where you know that this is satire. Because not even Cheshire would ever fucking marry Unirock. Let's be real here. Yeah. So, has a sideways haircut. Oh my god, it's just as funny as the first time I heard it. A sideways haircut. It does kind of look like a sideways mullet. Has been deemed by the court as a liar and not credible in various cases she's been involved. Created GoFundMe accounts to scam people out and steal their money. I don't know anything about finances and shit still. 26, she's the number 1 simp for Katie, Joy, and team. Okay. Is there more? Oh, okay. Her best friend, Manya, sounds like she's got a dick mouth. Oh my god, it's too funny. Let's just get through. Okay. Has been created GoFundMe accounts to scam people and steal their money. She's the number 1 simp for Katie Joy and team. Her best friend Manya sounds like she's got a dick in her mouth. Doesn't bathe or change clothes often. Notorious for hacking people and spoofing emails. Has no remorse, sense, and she's brain dead. 21, super fake. I'm super fake. Okay, whatever. There you have it. Some facts, some just random facts that everyone should know about Cheshire. That's all. And for anyone looking at this picture, a friend of mine told me that this was like a pregnancy outfit. Like, could that be true? Anyway. Okay, so on that note, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm getting sleepy. Let me get over here. Oh, I didn't share the picture, did I? I'm sorry. I just read the whole picture and I didn't read it. I didn't. Oh wait, yes, I did. It's sharing. Oh, but I didn't turn that on. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's what I was sharing. This is what I'm reading. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing. I was sharing it, but I changed the layout, so that's why you didn't see it. So here, let me do this. See, this is a list of things that Vada made up, and I gotta say, I thought it was pretty point. You know, especially the sideways haircut. Fucking died when I read that. Oh my god. Yep. Party on the left and business on the right. Oh my god. This is too funny. Okay, my eyes are burning. Yeah, a friend of mine told me that there was a pregnancy thing. I don't know if it is or not. It doesn't matter. I don't really care, but I just thought it was funny. All right, guys. On that note, I'm taking off. I'm going to go get some sleep. So thanks for being here. Have a good night. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night late again, but not likely. But I will be definitely streaming Friday because I don't have to work Friday. So, all right, guys. Have a good night. Bye. Thanks for being here.